I had the question, what dark web monitoring company should we go with? If you're a company and you're not doing dark web monitoring, I would strongly encourage you to enable this service in the coming months as soon as possible. The reason why is when a website is breached and hackers are able to get access to the credential database that website or that SaaS service used, they harvest those and they store them. Sometimes they share them on the dark web. And what that does is it gives a list of the user, typically sometimes the name, sometimes not, but the email address and the password used for that website, and then finally the web URL. Sometimes, I'm not going to say sometimes, I'm going to say frequently, surprise, users at your company use the same password they do in the rest of their life. So I don't want to call out any websites. I'm trying to be careful here, but if they use the same password to log into your company network as they do their travel website or their hotel website or their sports betting website, it's pretty common for a hacker to deduce the credentials they can get on the dark web to infer what those credentials may be for company access. Now, there are additional controls that reduce the risk of this, such as MFA, but we still want to reduce the risk of hackers knowing your users' credentials. That's still a very key component of a good defense in depth and security program. So with that being said, we're seeing in the news, I mean, even just most recently, this came out, June 30th here, very frequent, 16 billion passwords. There's a lot of passwords out there that are exposed. And I wish I could say that all these users have updated their passwords, but they haven't. So what are we going to do about it? Well, typically this conversation around dark web monitoring has recently come under the umbrella of what Gartner is calling external attack surface management. And even being someone that's been in the cybersecurity field for 20, 30 years, I can't keep track of all these names. This is rather new to me. I'd rather just call it dark web monitoring, but if you do that, you might lose scope of a lot of potential vendor solutions that fit into this space. What they're calling external attack surface management is technology and professional services deployed to discover internet-facing enterprise asset systems and exposures that could be exploited by malicious threat actors. So a lot of great dark web credential monitoring companies may not fall under this umbrella. I'm not sure how they're deviating between those two, but some are. If you decide to go with one that hasn't, that's been around for a long time, it's, Troy's Have I Been Pwned website. This very generous of him to create this and create the team allowing you to use this service for free. So if you're not at a personal level, create an account, set it up here, and you'll get an email address letting you know if it found your personal address on the dark web with exposed credentials and what websites those were for. So then you can refer to that database and ask, do I need to update my passwords everywhere else? So this is a great tool. It even has an API. If you have a company, you can pay for pricing and write your own API to query Have I Been Pwned for employees' credentials, employee username. What's great about that is you can ask your employees if they have a personal address, and you can kind of get a 2-for-1 here if you build your API correctly. But let's say you don't want to go through all the painstaking of exporting your user accounts from AD or Okta and regularly updating it. And you just want to go with that attack surface management platform. One of the leaders is CrowdStrike, obviously fantastic company doing a lot, continuing to develop new products and services. Their solution to this is called Surface. So it's Falcon Surface. And as a part of this external surface attack management, they get into discovering dark web credentials and monitoring. What's great about this is you can get cross-functional integration. So you can actually have some automation in here that relates some of the threats and alerts you're getting at an asset level or a vulnerability level with user credentials and some automations to potentially even disable those user accounts. My other option, there's more players in the field too, but one of my favorites is SpyCloud. I really like the people over at SpyCloud. They created this solution. They've been in it since the very beginning. They know what they're doing. They're experts, and they focus on holistic identity threat protection. So maybe you don't want to find something under the whole Gartner quadrant. You want to find something very sharp, very focused, and I would encourage you to check out SpyCloud. So again, welcome to the modern day world of protecting your company against external threats. And a really important component of that is doing some level of dark web monitoring for exposed credentials. And I hope those solutions helped you.